y'all. Welcome to CEO and Her. And I have the lovely Heaven Howard in the studio today. And
Hey.
I'm so excited for you to be here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Oh my God. This is our first episode.
Really?
Yes.
This is the first episode. Look
Yes.
at that. Okay, I like to be number one. So
I love it.
I'm all about that. Actually, I have my Jalen Hurts number one for the Eagles. Go Birds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're from Philadelphia.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Philadelphia.
I love that. I love that. I was so excited about that Super Bowl game. Oh my God. Did you so you watched?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I watched it. I mean, the first game that I watched, it was that snow game, which was like a few games before the Super Bowl. And because like I'd never really loved football before.
Okay.
But there was something so magical about seeing people playing the snow. Like it went from like literally no snow at all to like by the end of the game, it was like 4 inches of snow. So like the whole time it was really coming down outside of our house. And then we see our team just absolutely like kicking ass in this freaking snow. I'm like, how are they even running right now? First of all, I don't know how they did that. But they just, I don't know, they dominated and they're so humble. And it really brought Philadelphia together and it was really magical. So yeah, it's very magical and I feel special to be a part of it.
Yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful to watch. So you said that you grew up in Philadelphia, and we all know that you are the daughter of the legendary Terrence Howard.
Yes, name it.
Y'all look just alike too. I was looking up like, oh
Really?
wow, this is funny.
I get that a lot actually.
You look like him so much. Like it's
Do
crazy.
you think it's like the eye? Like what do you think it is? Is the eyes?
It's their nose, your eyes. You just split an image. Split an image. You're just a beautiful girl.
I really take that as a compliment. I mean, he's a very handsome man. He's very handsome, beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
Great personality and charisma. Yeah, I'm a lot like him, and we have a special bond. So
Oh.
it's very cool to be his daughter. Annoying at times.
And how do you fall with the siblings? It's how many of you guys?
Well, I'm the third.
Oh, okay.
Right. So he's got 5 altogether.
Okay.
So like
Then you're 3. Number 3. Okay.
number 3.
So that's middle.
Kind of, but it was
Okay.
like, kind of split up because
Okay.
I have an older brother and older sister from like same mom, same dad.
Gotcha.
And then later on, he got remarried, so they have 2 younger kids together. So it's a little bit like, it's not exactly the same. So I
Got
still
it.
feel like the youngest girl and like the baby. I still have that baby mentality for sure.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm the baby. I'm the baby as well.
You
I'm the baby as well. So how was it how was it growing up? I still see you as a baby. You're 27, just a rising star. I love that. And we are looking for like your new feature. It was the movie you did with Kristen Dabney, right?
Oh, Chris Dabney.
Chris Dabney.
Yeah.
So how was that working with him as the director? He produced it, directed Princess Love, correct? Okay.
He wrote it, he produced it, he directed it. I mean, he took full autonomy on that. It was really, the whole process was pretty special because I had to go in like backstage and I'd be applying to jobs like any actor would, right? Put a profile up and you're hoping to find something that you might connect with.
Yeah.
And then I saw this project for Princess Love, which was about, it was about rape. It was about rape, especially within the family and that sort of generational trauma. And the reason why I connected with it, because I had something similar, not as drastic, happen to me when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
And I think it was a way to turn my pain into art. And so that I saw that and I just knew exactly what that character needed because I was her at a point. And so when I had my audition, Chris, I was actually the first person that he saw in the auditions. And he said that I set the tone.
Oh, wow.
That nobody kept up with it. And you had a lot of synchronicities. Because but here's what's freaking crazy, right? Because the first movie that I did, which never came out because of some SAG issues.
Was that Cam Joy?
Yes, Cam
Okay,
Joy.
got it,
Okay,
got it,
yeah.
okay.
You do your research, okay?
Yeah,
You know what's going on.
Yeah, girl, I know, girl.
That's crazy. They'll do a whole movie and it not come out. Though.
But it happens a lot, though, in Hollywood.
Does it really happen a lot?
That's very, very, common.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that was your first. Okay.
That was my first. And I worked with Princess Love on the movie.
Okay.
And my dad in that movie was Eric Roberts, Julia Roberts' brother.
Right.
And then I get Princess Love, which and Eric Roberts is my dad again in that movie.
Oh, that's funny.
So it was just like the Princess Love on both films, Eric Roberts, just all of it kind of came together in this kind of perfect little bubble. Which is very cool. Yeah. Yeah. The universe, bless up. She does
That's awesome.
a lot of beautiful stuff, right? Name it, claim it.
That's right. That's right. That is awesome. I love that. So, did you always know you wanted to be an actress in Hollywood? How did that happen? Did you want to follow your father's footsteps? Like, tell us a little bit about that. Who is Heaven? Like, tell us,
Yeah, yeah, of course. I think it's hard to separate, like, how much was I influenced by my dad? I
Right.
can't really know that,
Okay.
right? It's never, because I didn't watch a lot of his movies growing, because they were more adult most of the time, other than like Mr. Holland's Opus or like Pride. There were some things that I could watch, but some of them, like Hustle and Flow, I couldn't.
Oh, no.
I was like,
girl, you can't be watching no Hustle and Flow.
He tried to get me to watch it.
No. We can't have that. We got to keep you.
I'm not watching you pin some hose out. What are you talking about?
hilarious.
I was like, where's Sesame Street? Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't allowed to hang out with people who were Jehovah's Witnesses. So I didn't have a lot of friends, so I would watch a lot of TV. And so those people became kind of my cue to the world and my understanding of social situations and just kind of my entertainment, my joy. And I was like, I would want to do that for other people. I'd want to make that sort of art for other people because this is what I love. I truly, genuinely love it so deeply. And it's changed a lot. And I think I've had a hard time understanding exactly how I feel towards TV now, considering how much it has changed. Actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Like, how do you balance that with your religion and Hollywood? Like, how do you balance that? Like,
Oh, like with the religion.
are you still Jehovah? Oh, so you're not Jehovah Witness? Okay.
We all cut that out.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So you can kind of do whatever you want to do, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in reason. Of course.
Yeah.
I'm crazy out there. Try not to, at least.
That's funny. So, Heaven, what makes you happy? Well, give me one thing that you could say that just brings joy to you.
I love connecting with people.
Okay.
Like meeting you today. This is incredible. Like I get to meet a new soul, and you have your own print and your own energy, and then we also get to figure out like what does that energy feel like together, and it makes something new. I'm just fascinated by philosophy, by psychology, and yeah, I love people. I love people.
I love that. And when I first met you, I felt your energy too. I was just like, oh my God, beauty, brains. I love it. I just love to see that.
Compliment.
I love that.
Congratulations.
With so much going on in the world, I just love to see someone that just lights up. It was as soon as I saw you, you were just glowing. I love that. So what is something you do like for self-care? Like how do you take care of yourself? What is something that you do just for you? Like self-care?
Oh, gym, absolutely. I love the gym. I love using my body. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I love this whole taking care of it, working out, putting in the music, dancing, just kind of moving around. What about you? Like, how do you like to?
You know what I just learned?
What?
I learned meditation. I was telling you earlier that I have ADHD, so it took me a minute. I had to go from a minute. I had to go to 5 minutes because I could not concentrate. So meditation has absolutely saved my life, where I can kind of control my mind, and not be so overly stimulated.
How long can you go now? Like what?
I can go 30 minutes now, child.
You do 30 minutes?
Oh
That's a long
yes.
time.
Oh yeah, I can do 30 minutes, and it's wonderful.
Like when you first started, what are some of the thoughts that go through your head? Let's say you were doing that 5 minute thing. Like what are the thoughts that are happening?
What I'm gonna eat that day?
Yeah.
what I have to do later on? What did I cross off on my to-do list?
What didn't I cross off?
Exactly.
Yep.
But now I have mastered it. I love it. You know what I love about it? I love it because I have control of just regulating my emotions. And like I said, it's so much going on. Like you can get caught up, you can go into like a dark side, it's a lot going on. So you have to do a lot of things for yourself. So I'm glad that you go to the gym.
Anxiety is high. Anxiety is really high. And
Yeah.
ADHD is high because we're not necessarily meant to live, like to work in the ways that we do, especially as women, right? Because our bodies are like ebbing and flowing all the time. I'm getting my period tomorrow.
Oh,
and I can just feel... Yeah, my
No,
can feel it.
It's real life. It's real life, people. Y'all know we get it. Like it comes every month.
Okay.
You can't. Nothing we can do about it. God did it. Or so.
Yeah, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So like working these 40-hour weeks, let's say if you work in an office, that can sometimes you really just can't show up all the time.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because what else are you going to do? So then your anxiety's higher. You can't, your body's not kind of going back to homeostasis. So you do have to find things like meditation or whatever works for you. Meditation is really good for dreams too. Your dreams will, some good dreams.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Well, we have to take care of it. We got to take care of ourselves. So let's talk about how's your love life, darling? Are you dating? I mean,
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, I date around for sure.
Okay.
I think the thing is like, I'm the kind of person who doesn't fall in love that often, but when I do, it's almost overwhelming and it lasts for too long. It lasts for too long because I've never actually dated somebody that I was in love with. I only fell in love one time, and like just I don't know why I couldn't get this guy out of my mind, out of my heart. It was so hard to move on from it. So I date other people trying to get somewhere, maybe make a strong connection, but I couldn't because I think I was too hooked on somebody else.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's a hard part because it's like it's been 6 years. I'm like I have to move on, but like what if I can't? What if I can't? What if I'm 60 years old still thinking about this guy?
Okay.
And never had married, never had kids. I'm like maybe I could be okay with that because that's just who I am then. I think I'm just trying to be okay with anything, but I do want to meet somebody. Really, who doesn't?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So, if I just give me two, What are two things that, like core values that a man has to have to date heaven? Just two.
Two. And core values.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think somebody who's a provider for sure. I like really more traditional roles. Like, 'cause I like to feel feminine.
I like that.
I don't think a lot of guys can do that now, though. I don't think they know how to step into their masculine. Have you noticed that when you're dating?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I that's why I date older. The ones that still got those traditional things.
Yeah, I know what's up.
They don't question all this little stuff. They don't talk about this little 50-50 stuff. They don't even know what 50-50 is. They're like, what is that?
That's
You know?
it's ridiculous actually.
Yeah.
50-50 thing. I'm like, because my mom always told me, right? So if you're dating somebody and you get pregnant, right, and you're gonna have a baby, you're not gonna be able to work probably some of the time that you're pregnant, or maybe the first few years of their life.
Yeah.
So you need to know that that person's gonna take care of you. And how they show that is by when you're dating, they're taking care of you.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, this is how I will show up for you. Because the most terrifying thing that I do not want to do is like have a child and not feel secure. Because if I'm taking care of that kid, you need to be taking care of me. And that's the most important thing, because you're not just marrying a person, you're finding a father. So that's, I care deeply about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And thinking about you sit here talking about your, family and things like how your upbringing, and we're talking about you being in the business. Which one do you feel like you want to prioritize first? Do you want to, you're 27, do you want to put more into career first, or would you rather, like, if somebody came in and swept you off your feet, which one do you prioritize? Because a lot of times what I'm hearing from a lot of ladies, they're saying, maybe I did it backwards. They would like really work on their career first, and then now they're having a hard time finding like mates later on.
That's true.
Yeah. So what's your stand? Share what your thoughts are with that.
I feel like it's always changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always changing, because when I don't know. I think I just try to focus on what the opportunities are in front of me.
Right.
Because
I like
I've
that.
dated people around like Philadelphia and stuff. I've dated people around, but I'm like, nothing's come of it. So I'm like, where whatever door is opening, let me walk through that one.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be too hard on myself and like say, oh, I need to be married by this age, have kids by this age. Because one, that might not happen.
Right.
And as hopeful as I can be that something like that joyful would come into my life, it can actually make it, because when I turned 27, I started stressing out like, oh, I do need to settle down.
Please.
Like they say, your eggs are going to go. You have a geriatric pregnancy by the time you're 35.
Yeah.
Which just stresses you out.
Right.
There's not enough
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Right? But I was like, I'm getting stressed out. This is not fun for me. I'm like, let me just see where life takes me.
Absolutely.
And ride the wave.
I love it. I love it. And a lot of times society just put limitations. I'm one of those that I don't believe in limitations. I don't care if I'm 90 sitting here saying the same stuff. Like I do not want anybody putting a limit on anything I'm doing, because I was the same way when I turned 25. They were like, oh, at 25 you got to do this, by 30 you got to do this, by 35. So let it all go. You're beautiful. You're talented. And
Thank you.
I can't wait to see more of you in Hollywood and all of those things. So where do you see yourself in 5 years with, your career and all those things?
Well, hopefully, having a novel that's actually out that people can read.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I'm a writer. I love writing.
I love that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
hopefully I can have something that people can hold in their hands. Like, books are so powerful.
Oh,
Books are incredible. It's such a different experience than like TV and especially social media, which is overstimulating, right? Can be, but like, so returning to books, it's just, when you walk into Barnes and Noble and you're like, oh, I'm home,
yeah.
like that feeling.
I was just saying earlier, I went to the library last week because I was like, oh, I wasn't shopping on Amazon. And I went to the library. I'm like, oh my God, this brings back so many memories. I was sitting there going through the aisles and looking at authors. And I was like, this is incredible. Because it's, everything is ebooks and audibles and all those things.
On
Yeah.
your phone, actually.
So yeah, I love that you talk about being a writer. So what type of writing do you do? Are you doing
Like
love stories, or you want to write scripts? Like what type of writing?
it started with the scripts.
Okay.
Started with the script because I found like that guy I was talking about. He was such a muse to me.
Okay.
That I think that was the first time I wrote a script, because I went to college in Switzerland, and
Wow.
the whole experience, it wasn't just about
Wow.
him. It was a wow. Yeah, that was a wow moment for sure.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was so beautiful.
We have to talk about that. We can talk about the book, but I need to hear a little bit about Switzerland. That's awesome. That is fantastic.
Have you ever been there?
I've never been, but I do want to go.
It's on a bucket list.
Oh, I will go.
Yeah. I mean, it has like mountains and lakes. And it's clean. There's really no, lowbrow crime, I guess. I know that there's crime there, but it's not like any sort of crime that you're seeing, right? Nobody's going to steal your stuff. Nobody's going to harm you in any sort of way physically.
Got it.
There.
Got it.
Yes, it was just very safe. It was beautiful. And then the school that I went to was small but international. So you had people from like Denmark, from like Saudi, from Spain, Americans as well. It was just a whole real mixing pot. So many cultures, so many languages around me all of the time, and so much wealth around me, which I who doesn't love to see an abundance of wealth. It was beautiful. It was absolutely fabulous. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing. But I've always said that I wanted to go to Switzerland. I love that.
I hope you go.
Oh, I will go.
We're seeing, girl.
Yeah.
You gotta be on the bunny hill with me. I'm hopping down.
I have to call you. I'm like, girl, I'm going to Switzerland, girl.
Oh, that's the crazy thing though, because you will see a 3-year-old actually like killing it going down the mountain while you're there, just like struggling. They're so like they were born on those mountains.
That is crazy.
So cool.
That's crazy. So you're a writer, you're an actress. Anything else that you do that we need to know about that you were just...
I'm a lover.
I love that. Let's talk about it, girl. Let's talk. Let's talk.
You got that one.
I felt that.
Like the air on
Let's
it.
talk. I'm like, okay. I'm feeling some, okay.
You got some vibes?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
I love it. So, let's share a little bit.
Oh, okay. About.
Okay, because I was saying that you're an actress, a writer, anything else that you want to pursue, any other type of profession, or...
No, I don't think so. I think writing is the main part, and being involved in media with cameras. I mean, I love to be behind the camera, in front of the camera.
Okay.
I worked in casting for a bit.
Oh, wow.
Which was super cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, Really any way that I can get involved in the process of making media is where I want to be.
I love it.
I mean, we're all storytellers, right?
I love it.
So how can we add value, I think is the best question, which I don't always see, which I had a hard time because there was one project I worked on. And I was like, there was a guy, it was a high profile project.
Okay.
And the producer was about 45 years old. I thought he was about 70 because
What?
I mean, he like
Stressed out.
so stressed out from and the show that we were working on had no value to it. It added really nothing to the world. So I was like, you're working 16-hour days, killing yourself for what? For what? Like, if we're going to be making something, let's make something that means something. It doesn't have to be huge, but it has to have something, right? Right? Yeah.
I love that. I can't wait. I already know we're gonna see a lot of you in these Hollywood streets, and I can't wait to see just all your projects and see your writing because I see it. I can feel it, Heaven. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Is there anything else you want to tell us about you, or anything that's coming up that you want to share? Anything like that?
I actually have a big project that's coming up, but I don't think I can share about it yet. But you'll see.
We understand that. We understand that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That's gonna be really fun. Yeah. Like, do you like reality TV?
Yeah.
You do? What do you watch?
The Housewives, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, which franchise do you like?
I watch Atlanta, of course, and Beverly Hills. Oh, and I like Salt Lake.
That one, okay. I just started.
Then Potomac. I forgot about Potomac.
I hate everybody forgets about.
Yeah, I always figure it. Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I think I'm like, is Potomac a real place? I'm like, I never.
That's Maryland, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Salt Lake City one, season 5.
Okay.
Absolutely insane. It was the last.
Oh, it was insane.
I mean, that season finale.
That was
when they were sitting around the table and they read those texts, like, what's the worst text that I sent about you? I mean, they were this stuff.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, she was. I can't even remember exactly what this, but I was like, this is insane. Like, you guys are talking about each other.
Yeah.
Like that?
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. But I bet you that's gonna bring their ratings up because I was not ready. I was not ready. I was like, okay, Salt Lake. All right.
I know, right?
So you have a new project coming out. And how can people reach out to you on social media? How can they find Heaven, honey?
They can find me at Heaven Howard on Instagram with 2 Ds. He doesn't love 2 Ds.
Wait a minute. We all love 2 Ds. Okay. All right. So I love that. You got it? Everybody got it? Okay. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you. You are fantastic. I cannot wait to see all the things that you have coming up. And congratulations on everything.
Thank you. Thank you for having me and asking these very good questions. Like, I don't get questions like this in my life, so it's nice to hear somebody like who's thinking about me. And I'm rambling now, but yes, it was a pleasure. I love the pleasure. You are a beauty queen.
Thank you so much.
Sweet soul.
Thank you so much, Heaven. My pleasure. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for watching.